So I think, as you say, one of the things is that yoga can give benefits not only for actual health conditions, but then for stress, for all kinds of emotional sorts of things. Tammannah, I was just wondering, what sort of benefits do you think you get from doing yoga? What does it give you specifically?
Hello, everyone. Well, there's so many minor problems that we've all gotten so used to living with, like a headache, a stomachache, stress, after effects of stress, not getting sleep. These things have become normal. We don't even look at it as a problem anymore because it's become so common. But I think what yoga actually does is it eradicates these things, and that's when you realize that actually life is supposed to be of a much better quality. So I think after doing about 3 months of yoga regularly, I've experienced that these problems that used to exist in a young girl like me, which ideally shouldn't be there, I don't experience them anymore. As also when you're stressed out, you tend to eat all wrong, and you eat all because you want to just deal with all your stress. So a chocolate goes into your mouth because that's what makes you feel the best at that point of time. But I felt that once I started doing yoga, my cravings just kind of vanished. I don't feel those cravings anymore. So I think yoga actually deals with a lot of your basic issues, which are your day-to-day issues, and that's how it's helped me.
And Tusshar, obviously, this is a book, Yoga for Women, but yoga has benefits which can be seen for you for men as well. How did you start with yoga? I mean, you were working out normally with weights and in the gym. How did you then come to yoga?
महिलाओं से महिलाओं के बारे में बहुत सुन लिया अभी बहुत हो गया Payal, you thanked everybody, but you didn't thank your husband. You should be thanking him. Because although this book is about yoga for women, he introduced me to yoga for men. So a huge round of applause for Manish. But I believe he has trained you also. He's trained you? Yeah. So now I'm looking forward to another book soon from him. Yoga for men. Though I feel the benefits are pretty much the same. We also have our problems. We also have stress. We also have unnecessary stress. And I started doing yoga in 2010. I was on an outdoor for Golmaal 3, and my co-star, Karina, she introduced me to Payal, and she forced me to just try once. And I did, and it was hell. I couldn't do one Surya Namaskar, I remember, the real way. I mean, I used to do Surya Namaskar my way, the gym way, but I couldn't do it her way, and then I did it, and I said, oh my God, this is... And then it just got into my system slowly.
What made you go back for more after?
I think the peace of mind, just the feeling of, just being calmer, feeling more liberated, more confident. And I just got addicted to it. And it's also about flexibility. For us actors, we need to dance, so we need to be flexible at any given point of time. Considering I do a lot of weight training, so it makes me very stiff. So I think the yoga I did with Manish and Payal has made me more flexible than before. I will never stop doing the yoga. The yoga for men shall rule.
Yoga for everybody, I think. And so thinking about yoga, Tammannah, you obviously have an incredibly hectic schedule. You're either filming, you're promoting, you're acting. How do you fit it in, and how do you kind of find the peace of mind in there? And does Payal what kind of teacher is she? Does she force you to do sessions?
ये बहुत ही एक बात है कि हम सब बोलते हैं हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है सबके पास टाइम होता है वो टाइम बनाना पड़ता है because आजकल आप एक्टर हो या आप कुछ भी काम कर रहे हो our lives are hectic whatever we do so I think the whole idea of saying कि time नहीं है is like the worst excuse that you don't have time. Payal is a very strict teacher, and that's precisely why I came to her. I wanted her to be strict with me. I wanted her to teach me yoga in a very holistic and in a very traditional way. So, Payal, I have one request. I want to be able to do yoga like those women, those beautiful, gorgeous women who just did it here right now. And that's my aim, my goal.
Yeah, although I was going to say, Payal, actually, obviously, those women were absolutely incredible. But the book is more accessible than that. Just if somebody, say in this room, actually hasn't done yoga with you, although I assume everybody has, where should they start with yoga? How do they start bringing it into their lives?
See, the whole thing is that you just need to start. It's important that you start off with 3 times a week of yoga if you've never done yoga in your life. apart from everything else that you do, I'm not against gymming or walking or any form of exercise, any form of sport.
Are you against alcohol?
No, I'm not. That also in moderation is all fine. So I'm not against anything. But I just wish that each one, like tomorrow is World International Yoga Day, which has been introduced by our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. And I think it's wonderful what is happening, because at least one day, if people have not done yoga, would at least think about yoga and talk about yoga. And I feel even talking about yoga is going to make a difference. It is going to make a difference. So if they say yoga, so they will start saying, chalo, ek din to kare yoga. Agar puri saal bhi nahi kiya, ek din, that one day will change you. So you can imagine if you do it every day in your life, what is going to change? Everybody should do yoga.
Okay, I'm going to open it up to questions in a minute, so you will have a chance to ask our panel. But with one final question, what are you going to be doing to celebrate tomorrow? And also, what next? Is it going to be yoga for men, yoga for children? Yoga? What's the next book on the plan?
Tomorrow I'm a little busy, apparently. I don't know why, but yeah, I have some shoots in the morning for World Yoga Day, and I'm at the Crosswords tomorrow releasing my book. I have some particular classes, and like Tusshar said, Manish should write a book next on men, because trust me, it's not only the women. The men also have certain issues. So where is Manish? He should be writing a book on yoga for men. So maybe that would be our next book together, as Tusshar said. And the next would be a book on pregnancy. The next book is already out, going on talks, pregnancy. It's a book for children. So it's just at the beginning. Thank you very much.
Okay, so does any of our audience have questions for any of our panel? If you do, raise your hands. Okay.
We'd like to see Tusshar do some yoga.
I
He's
can't
my
do it
friend,
in this.
so
I'm
I
wearing
can
very
say that.
tight jeans. Yeah.
Even better.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll show you some yoga another day, another place, another time.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Once again, I want to take the opportunity to now wish Payal congratulations on her formally launched book. And hopefully this time next year, on next International Yoga Day, we're launching either yoga for men or pregnancy, children. I think we've got a whole annual...
Well, यहाँ तो हम योगा की बात करेंगे. योगा बुक लॉन्च के लिए आए हैं. तो मनीष इज माय योगा इंस्ट्रक्टर एंड ही मेक्स मी डू योगा थ्राइस और 4 times a week. एंड वही मेरे फिटनेस का जरिया, बिकॉज इफ यू मेंटली फिट, आई थिंक दैट्स हाउ यू स्टे फिट. एंड योगा इज द बेस्ट वे टू बी मेंटली फिट. I started 5 years back and Payal had come to one of my outdoors. Payal is Manish's wife and वहाँ पर मेरी मुलाकात हुई उनसे. तो मैंने एक ट्रायल सेशन किया उनके साथ. उसके बाद धीरे धीरे मतलब कभी रोका ही नहीं. उसके बाद 5 years हो गए, अभी तक मैं योगा कर रहा हूँ. As I said, 2010 and योग भक्त because it just जो भी आपके problems हो, आपके मतलब आप उनके साथ डील करना आपके लिए उनके साथ डील करना आसान हो जाता है if you are into yoga because it makes you more calmer, makes you make better decisions and think clearly rather than being cluttered and being anxious all the time. I think yoga आपको सतर्क बनाता है.
बड़े हिंदी
आज भी एकदम फिट लगते हैं क्योंकि फिटनेस का राज
किनका?
आपके फिटनेस
Yeah, he also does yoga, but he does more breathing, kind of breathing exercises. He's not so much into the stretching and all the asanas that I do, but he's more into jogging and he's more into gymming and वो सब कुछ करते हैं.
आपकी फैमिली में और कोई है जो योगा करता है?
My sister does hot yoga, but it's different from the yoga I do. She also does yoga.
अच्छा, बचपन में कभी ऐसा हुआ कि आपके डैडी आपको योगा सिखाते हो, ऐसी कोई मेमोरी जो आप हमारे साथ शेयर करना चाहें?
नहीं, उन्होंने कभी ऐसे सिखाया नहीं मुझे, but हमेशा बोला कि करो, शुरू करो. Why don't you start? It'll help you. So I started. मैंने कोई प्लान नहीं किया. कल संडे है, मैं छुट्टी लूंगा. Yeah. Oh, you will come? Okay, then I can do yoga.
शायद कल कुछ डिफरेंट आप सिखाओगे.
all over the world are doing different. We do the same
ये
every day.
मुझे
So
हमेशा
nothing but
मतलब
different for
नया
us.
ही सिखाते हैं. Every time there are new asanas, there are new stretches. So we have a new day every day.
बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम हो चुका है स्क्रीन पे दिखना. अपकमिंग बहुत है. शूटिंग कंप्लीट हो चुकी है.
Yeah, shooting is over, dubbing is over. One will come probably September, one will come November. मस्ती ज़्यादा है क्या कुले हम.